I gotta tell you, somebody didn't take the trash out today or yesterday, and I'm not doing it. Oh, puppy dogs. Them girls. Let me tell you how spoiled those two are. Of course, that one earns every bit of it. She's just my big baby. She looks after the property. Woof, 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 woof. Let me show you how spoiled they are. They get fed pretty good. This thing has just been fantastic the once we've used it. I am really enjoying it. Oh, I gotta tell you. Coming into the garage, you've got the side storage room. There's some furniture in here now that won't be. All these boxes and all this stuff is going to go in here on pallets along the wall. Yeah. There's the safes, obviously. The electrical panel. This is the main electrical panel for the garage, and it is a main panel. Pretty good. It's 200 amp service. Pretty good setup. So here's what's going to be. This is going to go right there in the corner. Those are going to go next to it, and then next to the window. If you can see the window. Next to the window, kind of just right at it, is going to be that metal table with that drawer. The welding machine that my dad gave to Ben. All the welding equipment, including the oxyacetylene torch, all that stuff. That's going to be a full-blown work area for welding. The motorcycles will get parked here because I don't care where they're parked in the garage. If we're welding, they're coming out. I'm not getting pock marks and burns on the bikes, especially gasoline tanks, all that stuff. So that's what's going to happen over there. Back here in the corner, I am trying to find a beat rusty old 1920s or 30s wood burning indoor stove. Roll a picture in here if I can. It's going to go here facing this way, and then I've got the kitchen cabinets or stuff in there already. That's going to get kind of domesticated. There'll be some vehicle maintenance stuff, all that stuff, but not much. It's going to be food storage, that kind of thing. I will have a table over here for in here will be stored like the gas burner stove. On this wall, the punching bag thing's going to come down. I'm going to mount a TV. We've got Wi-Fi signal all the way out here. So the walls are all going to get painted. The toolboxes are going to come over here. There's going to be a workbench going all the way back to the corner and out to just shy of this outlet. That's the project. That's all going to cost a couple of weekends, about $400 for the workbenches and just to get it going. Probably another $200 or $300 for a sofa. I want to get one with a bed in it if I can. I want to put like a little wall here to kind of segregate this area, but I want to be able to remove it anyway. If I can do carpet here, that'll be great. Wood burning stove would be awesome. This thing is not safe to operate the way it's set up, so I'm not even going to try. I want to leave that outlet for the air compressor, and then I want to drop another one over here for a welding machine. That's down the road too. All of the lights are going to get replaced. If not replaced, like that one still works for sure. I will get the LED tubes. Tyler brought that up the other day. Thank you for bringing that up. I completely forgot those existed. Daniel told me about them before, and I flat forgot. So you will still be able to park at least one car in here. Move the motorcycles up. You'll be able to park 2 cars in here. This stuff's all got to go, like I said. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I have drawings. All right. So I want to show you my notes real quick. Grab this out of the shop there. Somebody had a long time ago written some notes in it. Something. Like one other page with some notes. And that was it. From then on, I used it. Keep track of what I had going on. Anyway, it's really nice. Got a little keeper, hold the thing. It's got one of these. I'm not a journal kind of guy. I know it's probably a good idea to have a journal, but anyway. We were saying, walking through, this is where you walk in. It's walk in through at the front. This is the walk in into the storage on the side. Electrical panel, the 2 safes. So, amazingly, from the back wall to the safe, Gabe helped me measure that earlier, exactly 200 inches. From this wall to that, exactly 128 inches. I didn't put the heater there. The previous owner did. He's within 1/8 of an inch, 128. Same with the way I put the safe. So apparently he sees the world the same way or saw the world the same way I do. Guy used to build motorcycles, but the bench that is here will go over here next to the window. The deals, the 2 horse stands, and then the barbecue will stay over here, and it'll kind of hang in this area mostly. This is going to be semi-living space. It'll be for me to hang out in mostly. Kind of kitchen area, little apartment type of thing. Anyway, I want to do the wood heater. That's going to stay until I do it. But the next project is workbenches. There'll be 1, 2, 3 of them. They will go, like I say, just up to the doodad. Got the drawing how they're going to be built. They will go over both toolboxes. So the small toolbox, the Kennedy machinist box that I got from a buddy Jeremy, will go underneath the workbench next to the safes. The small vise that my grandpa Frank had will go on that workbench there. This will be open space all the way back, and then coming over will be my big U.S. General toolbox, my toolbox, and then setting on top of that will be the Craftsman box that I bought to work at Steam Cleaners. That'll be my automotive, household, yada 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 yada. I'm gonna paint the walls white again. I'm gonna clean them and just roll them with high gloss, something that'll just absolutely go on heavy and stay on one coat. I am going to get the lights all working and mounted properly the way I want them. So, list of materials, I did some counting. That's not right. It's going to be closer to $400 after I get all this stuff. Probably just a touch over. So, anyway, that is my that's my big plan. Stand. That's where we're at. That's not really what this video was supposed to be about. I just wanted to share that. That's something that's going to happen here soon. I've been lately on YouTube watching a lot of EDC videos, everyday carry, what you carry on you, and I'm 3 layers deep on EDC. I have my bug out stuff has always been vehicle based, and the Pathfinder has always been, and before it, I had the Leaf. The Leaf never was. That's an 80-mile range car. The Ford Escape that we had was before that, then the Pathfinder, then the Prius sometimes. And whatever I'm driving, I move all my stuff into it. I can get in my vehicle, I never let it get below 3/4 of a tank of gas. There's always at least 500 miles of range in that vehicle any given time. That's been the goal all along. If you run these hybrids at like 40 miles an hour or less on the back roads, you can make it that far easy. Anyway, I've always been able to just go up in the hills and live there for a week without hunting for food. I can go home, grab a few extra things like gas cans, all that stuff. The idea has always been 1,500 miles of range. I've never fully achieved it, to be honest, but so 3 layers deep. My vehicle is always that kind of capable. I have a bag that I carry, and then there's what's on my person. So I'm going to go over all 3 of those, but in this video, I'm just going to cover what I carry on my person. The reason for that is I don't need it to be a 4-hour video. So here we go. All right, so I'm wearing 2 watches. The reason for that is to show them to you. These are the 2 watches that I have that I actually use. I have 2 other watches. I have a Lord Elgin that my grandfather gave me. He bought it. It was the first thing he bought when he came home from World War II. And he told me he wanted me to have that and the ring. And I wore the ring to his funeral. I haven't worn it since. It's really pretty. I don't wear it. It's in the safe, locked away. The Lord Elgin watch, by today's standards, is not very stylish. I also wore it to his funeral, just to show the respect, you know. Anyway, I also have, in the mid-90s, I bought a Seiko with the self-winding, and it wasn't a winding. What it was is it has a power generator in it with a little capacitor, and I've had it repaired. It still it worked right for a while. It failed again. It's a really pretty watch. It's a really neat watch. I like it. It's smaller than this. What this is an Invicta copy of a Rolex Submariner. Some people call it an homage, and I think that's giving it a little more credit. It's got some things I don't like about it. It's got some things I do like about it, like the $60 price tag was great. So anyway, you have to wind this up every day. It is completely mechanical. There's no electrical to it whatsoever. It's supposed to be, I think it's 100 meters, 200 meters, it says. I haven't fully tested it. I have worn it in the shower kind of stuff, but I keep it wound up. It gains, I want to say, a minute a day, almost. It gains about 48 seconds a day. So every 2 or 3 days, when I go wind it up, I set it 2 minutes behind. So anyway, that is that. This is a Samsung Galaxy wearable, and it has its own telephone number. So I can make phone calls with this without my phone. It's not Bluetooth connected to my phone. It has its own phone number. As long as I've got cell service, I can make a call. I get my emails through there, clear all. It does other things. It's got step counter. It's got your heart rate monitor. It's got your blood oxygen content thing. It's got your up-to-date weather report. It's got all kinds of other things that I don't really use. Once in a while it tells me to get up and get moving. I tell it to piss off, leave me alone. Anyway, the reason I'm wearing two, if I'm on my days off, which right now I kind of am, I've been off for like 3 weeks, I will only wear this. This is my go-to. If I'm driving, the Pathfinder no longer has all of the stuff in it, the bug out stuff, the camping stuff. It doesn't have any of that. The Pathfinder only has the maintenance records, the owner's manual, the fix-a-flat stuff, and water. I put water bottles in the back for the passengers if they need it, especially when it's hot here. You know, what caused that to happen is gal got in the car. She was about ready to faint. I said, "You okay?" She goes, "It's so hot." I said, "There's water in the back. Let me stop and get you a water." And I pulled over. I gave her one of my waters. She's like, "Okay." This was in the Prius. She's like, "Okay." And I gave her water. And you could watch her. She was drinking the water. It was cold water. She started coming back too. So from then on, I've got water in the door pockets in the Pathfinder. I did that in the Prius too, just so people have it if they need it. Anyway, the thing is, nothing's in the car. If I get carjacked, the only thing that is in the car, and it is hidden way up inside some panels, is one of these. And every time this comes into Bluetooth connectivity with any Samsung device, really with any Android device, it will it'll ping a signal and tell me where it's at. So if they carjack me, here's my blingy watch. I wear this one where it can't be seen. I wear this one where I can see it. I can still see the time. They can steal that. They're going to take my phone. They're going to take all my stuff. Whatever. Here's my wallet, $100. I can cancel the card. They can't see this. If they don't think to get it and they don't shoot me, I can make a phone call. I can get a ride home. I can start canceling credit cards, all that stuff. And my whole thing is, yeah, here's the car, here's the keys. I'll see you later. And I will see you later. Anyway, That's why I wear 2 watches. Normally I only wear this one. When I'm driving, I wear this one. That's the only reason I brought it out today. So, in my right pocket, the first thing I'm going to pull out are some 5-star speed loaders. These are really cool. They don't weigh jack. They are 6 rounds of 22 Magnum each. They are the non-corroding nickel-plated cases. They are hollow points out of the gun that I shoot these in. They expand radically, and by that I mean my CZ 455 Lux bolt action rifle. The other gun that I carry them in my waistband here is my Ruger LCR. Let me see, those the other 6 rounds. They do not expand out of this, but the thing about this is like 13-14 inches of penetration, and I keep my cases so this will blow a hole clean through your skull and out the back. There are some rounds that deform horridly. You can't really do ballistics on them, even out of this gun. I don't use those, I use these. The right shot placement, it's going to take care of that. So that's what I carry. And I'm not saying I carry that when I drive Uber, because you're not supposed to have a weapon when you drive Uber. So I never really felt comfortable. I never really felt comfortable doing an EDC before, because I never felt like I could show you the gun I carry. It is part of what I carry. Sometimes it's this gun. Sometimes it's something a little more classy. This is not a plus P rated revolver. It is an older Model 36, and it is a no dash. So the rounds that are in this are very light, flat nose. They punch clean holes, just like this gun. This was my grandfather's Glock. This was his go-to. He took this with him everywhere when we traveled. This was his. This is what he had. I always had the Glock 26. Again, I never really felt comfortable doing this video because I didn't want to lie about what I carry. I always carry a gun. Even in California for the last 30 years, I carried a gun. It's not legal to do that there. I don't care. I would rather deal with the consequences of that than end up dead. So sometimes I'll have something like that. Just had a guy tell me in the comments on the Vertec video, guns aren't an investment, and I kind of get what you're saying, bro. I kind of agree with it, but look at what these went for new, a 36 no dash, and go look at what they go for now. So this isn't something I carry around a lot. It's something I carry around for nostalgia. It's more second kind of cool because it was Grandpa's gun. In that vein, sometimes I'll carry this one. This one should not be plus P rated either. I don't know that it is or isn't. I still carry plus P hollow points in this gun. It has just a touch of a longer barrel. It's got a little bit bigger handle too. It's an old Rossi. It's a cool little gun. They were cheap then. They're cheap now. You can't get a lot for them. So yeah, you're right. Guns are not a good investment, not a ton of return. The right guns are. Just saying. So all right, back to EDC. Most of the time it's this. Sometimes it's this. More than this, it's this. It'll kind of go between these two. These are on my person almost all the time. In Kansas it is legal. So that's the video. Money clip. I got this money clip obviously from Cabela's, right? Not the last trip that my grandfather and I took to Texas, but the one before that. I got this money clip. In here, my driver's license, my AAA card, and one credit card, and less than $100 in cash. Usually I've got between $20 and $80 in cash. That's about it. I will go over that in a second. Also, left pocket. If you remember the Streamlight MicroStream, this one is a rechargeable version. Focus. There you go. This one's a rechargeable version. It's got a little lithium-ion AAA in there, and I like that. I like that a lot. But a good flashlight, especially if your eyes are starting to falter like mine are. Everybody should always have a pocket knife. I've been carrying this for a few years. Before this one, I had another one, and I bought it on my last trip to Cabela's down in Buda, Texas, and I ended up giving that one to Gabe. I bought this one. I want to say I bought this one at this Cabela's, I believe. I don't remember. Anyways, it's dull as heck right now. I can't find my sharpener, so I'm going to have to do something about that. But anyway, a little utility pocket knife if nothing else. I still really like the Endura 4. That is probably my favorite pocket knife of all time, but I quit carrying that because it don't work as much anymore. I've been carrying that for a few years, and as a utility knife goes, it's great. All right, moving on. Keys. I carry my keys all the time. This is my primary keys. I also have a set for each vehicle that I drive. Service truck when I work, field service, I had a set of keys for that. It had all the relevant stuff. This one has the key to the house. All of my personal key rings have a key to the house. This one has keys to the little locks I use for gun storage. This one also has my my wedding ring, and I don't remember which hand you're supposed to wear that on anymore, but I haven't worn a wedding ring in forever. I tried to wear it in my mid to late 30s, and I realized I was getting too much attention from single late 20, early 30s moms, single moms. And the other thing is you can go on YouTube, search Jimmy Fallon wedding finger, and you'll see what happened to him. And he probably never worked a day in his life. So the thing is if something like that can happen to a guy like that, as stupidly as it happened to him, and he explains in that video how working with lathes, working with power tools, working with hand tools, as much as I've done in the time that I've worked, there's just no way I'm wearing a ring. And especially the unwanted attention from the single moms, no way. So I get money off my gas because I buy it at the grocery store now. They don't have chevrons here. I made this thing. I have something like this. My motorcycle key for the Harley has it has a fob from a slingshot, the little leather fob, the pouch. It has that on that. This one has this. There's a little thing on my keys for the Prius, but usually, like if I'm taking the Prius, I do not carry this key ring. I carry that key ring. If I'm taking the Dodge, it's got its own set of keys because the toolbox on the back locks, the fuel cap locks, the lock for the gas can on the back. Anyway, I'll carry that one, so I won't carry this one. A lot of times, to be honest, I'll carry this one in my right front pocket anyway, and then I'll carry the truck keys in my back rear pocket if I'm not carrying the revolver in there. And let's see, last but not least, wrap this up. It's going too long again. A lighter. A good lighter is those little Bic Minis. They'll fit in that fifth pocket real easy. You can fit like a Leatherman squirt or something like that in there. Somebody was saying the other day. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I like the Zippos. I like the pipe lighter. My father-in-law introduced me to this, and because he used smoke pipe, I use pipe to kind of get off of cigarettes and not go insane. And I've always stuck with it since then. I've got a couple of these. Once in a great while, I will break a pipe out and smoke a pipe. I like the Irish cream flavored tobacco, so carry that. That's about it. Shoes, socks, pants, and a black t-shirt. I wear all that stuff every day. I wear blue jeans almost every day. I've got 2 pairs of shorts I like to wear. Really took to those Birkenstocks. Been wearing those. in this cold weather, at least wear these shoes that I'm wearing now, the New Balance. You can kind of see them down there. The shirt that I wear is a 5'11". These are work pants. When I quit my last job, I went and asked my boss, hey, what's it going to cost me to keep a few pairs of the pants? He said, just keep them. Don't worry about it. I said, you sure? Because I know it's going to cost me. No, I'll keep them. All right. So these blue jeans are tough as heck. They're the red cap. They're great. They fit good, and they're tough as heck. My green shirt is a 5'11 shirt. I wish they put the model, but they discontinued this years ago. I wear it kind of as a light coat. I usually only wear that with my black tees, and the black tees I wear come from Costco. So that's it. That's what I carry on my person every day. Let me put you up here real quick and talk about it some more. Wrap this up. 22 minutes. Oh my God. So there you go. That's pretty much what I carry on my person daily. Like I said, I just got hung up in these videos. I'm really enjoying them. Learning a lot. Some guys are carrying like a box knife, a utility knife that folds up. I'm putting it all back while we're talking. Sorry if I'm not looking at you, but just put those in there like that. First one's right there where I need it. The second one is, you know, a little bit more difficult. If you need the second reload, you did something wrong anyway. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Anyway, yeah, man. I've been watching these EDC videos, and I'm kind of thinking about my system. Like, I've always wanted to make one, but I didn't want to lie, and I didn't want to go on YouTube and say, hey, I illegally carry a firearm in California every single day. Didn't want to deal with that. So this thing's really accurate. It's been a really good gun, and it works, man. It works pretty well. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I want to do that. Didn't ever want to admit that little Glock 26. Ever since Vince introduced me to that, God rest his soul, that was my go-to for a long time. I don't know. Thing is fight or flight, right? I broke my foot a bunch of years ago. Flight isn't really an option anymore. I can run, but not for, extreme distances, Anybody that thinks that 22 Magnum is a worthless cartridge, there's all kinds of videos that show how bad it can be as far as lethality. It's adequate. It'll get the job done. I've really enjoyed this. Say I'm not a journal kind of guy, but I do like having my old notes. I think the next one I get will be a little bit nicer. Anyway, as far as the single credit card in less than $100, cover that real quick and then we'll bail on you. The reason for that is California, one of the few things California gets right is, and you gotta go look this up because I can only tell you a little bit about it. It's called civil asset forfeiture. And go look that up, read about it. Kansas, I think, gets a C-. There's a institute that studies it. Kansas gets a C-, D+, something like that. Oklahoma gets an F. They've had problems with their highway patrol pulling women over up and down the middle of the state and raping them on the side of the road. Oklahoma was not on my list of states to go live in at all. I would rather live in California than live in Oklahoma, because if you pulled my wife over and raped her, I don't. I only go so far before I push over the edge. I'm a really nice guy. I want to love on everybody. I want to be nice to everybody. But you push me too far, I break down. We're not going to get along. I'll do what I can to get away from you. But if it's something like the cops, and civil asset forfeiture, I recently paid off all the credit cards again. Everything's paid off. It's going to stay that way. We got it's one of those loans you can pull money out of it. You pay it. You can pull money out of it. Really low interest rate, you know, in the single percentage. So, and that's locked for as long as we keep that loan active and working. So, I used it to pay off the credit cards that, you know, have the higher interest rates. The one that I'm carrying, you can only run up a couple thousand against it right now, and it'll probably stay pretty close to that anyway. I do not carry an ATM debit card. I don't use the thing. But like I say, going down to Oklahoma, I've been to Oklahoma I think 4 or 5 times since we moved to Kansas. I don't like going to Oklahoma. I do anything I can to stay out of there just about, but because the way it is. But if I do go down there, I'll have less than $100 cash on me that they know about. And then, you know, my debit card, what I'll do is move all the money out of checking into savings. Those accounts are linked, but they aren't tied together. You cannot overdraft that card. So that's set up like that on purpose. So if you know the way they're doing things, the rules in this country are that's illegal for them to do civil asset forfeiture. That's unconstitutional. It violates your Fourth Amendment rights. Period, paragraph, and a story. I don't give a shit what a judge says. I'm telling you, that's illegal for them to do that. It's not only illegal, it's immoral. It's literally highway robbery. So try to stay out of Oklahoma. Do anything I can to not go to Oklahoma. I've been down there, like I say, 4 or 5 times since we got here. So when I do go down there, ATM debit card, less than $100 in checking, less than $100 on my person. The only thing about that, and the one thing I carry every day all the time, that you did not see is, you're watching me through, is I've got a Note 20 Ultra, Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. That's what you're watching me on. And inside the case, I have a crisp, brand new $100 bill hidden in there. And I keep that on me because if I've got like 20 bucks on me or 18 bucks or whatever, I go to a restaurant, for some reason the card won't go through, and it has happened. And the couple of times it happened, it was their machine. Their machine was on the fritz. It just would not read a credit card. So, yeah, no problem. Pay for dinner. Break my phone open. There's a $100 bill. I get my little bit of change back. Go to the bank tomorrow or, you know, the day after and replace it. I don't go out until I've got that $100 bill back in my phone case. So, you know, that's pretty much it. That's my EDC. Hopefully that's useful. I don't know. If you learn something, you like something, let me know. I like to hear that I'm doing good. I don't care how big you get or how good you think you are. You're never too big for a pat on the back. Hey, good job, I appreciate this. Also, everything I've learned about to, you know, do is from thinking or from hearing other people talk about it. So if you've got an idea, if you get something you carry and you want to make a comment on that, comment below. I'd like to hear that. I'd really be interested to know. As far as all that goes, the thinking ahead thing, yeah, am I loopy? Am I crazy? Conspiracy theory, whatever. I don't know. Are the cops gonna, you know, take my credit cards out of my bag and run them up for $12,000, $13,000, $14,000? No. Because I thought ahead, you know. Am I gonna lose a gun that's going for well over $1,000? The probability on that is very low because I don't carry it that often. It really just kind of sits in the safe. It's one of those, if I have to open the safe, I boom, grab it out. The idea is the $250 gun that went for 180 bucks in the 80s, and now it's 250 bucks, you know, or the little plastic revolver that I bought for, you know, 380 bucks. Those can go into police lockup. They can rot. I don't care. I'm not carrying a $2,000 1911 because I think ahead. So a lot of stuff, think ahead. So again, that's layer one. That's what I have on me all the time. That's kind of thinking ahead. That's kind of the reason I carry the stuff I carry. Like I said, if you've got a better idea, I'd love to hear it. If that was useful to you, I'd love to hear that too. I'll go back and watch this later. I'll enjoy it. So anyway, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, man, I hope it's going good for you. I hope this inflation stuff isn't eating you up too bad. It's good. Oh God, it's getting crazy. I bought pizzas off of Schwann's. They used to be like $6. Now they're like almost 11. Woof. Bacon, like, what is it, 3-4 times what it was? I don't know. It's insane. I never really paid attention to grocery bills anyways. Food goes. If I want it, I get it, you know. The dogs eat pretty good. I obviously eat pretty good. Man, we're all going on a diet here pretty soon, I think, though. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, again, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's going good. Hopefully this thing isn't getting into you too bad. You guys have a good one. As James Yeager always says, your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends. And if you're careful, you're prepared. Chance favors the prepared mind. Be thinking ahead on some of this stuff, you know. That's all I can say. You guys have a good one. Can't wait to get started on this stuff. I'll catch you on the next one.